when I got this tractor, the governor assembly was empty. See, here's the governor right here with the weights. And there's a gear here that runs off the crankshaft and it runs the cam. But this doesn't have any marks on it, this gear. So I think, not 1,000% sure, but I'm about 99% sure that it doesn't really matter where you put it. You don't have to time it on the gear, because if you come around to this side, this goes on this back side of this governor. That's what your magneto goes to, but it should be pretty much infinitely adjustable. You can put this in any one of those holes to get it to fire at top dead center on number 1. And once you find that, then you're in good shape. You should see a white mark right here. That's there's a little dimple right there on that gear. And when you roll that over, that should roll over where the cam gear, so that crank gear and the cam gears mesh. So this is the cam gear. Just hit it with a piece of soapstone and just where I could see it. But I don't think it really matters on timing your governor, because your governor, you just time your magneto with this thing that goes here, and all these little bitty holes, you can line it up wherever you need it to be to fire at top dead center. So I think you don't have to worry about finding a dimple on that gear. So I just found the springs and boxed for the governor weights. I'm just going to stick those on it right now. Stick this in here.
So everything else is fixed, right? You got the gears inside there.
Yeah,
and then that goes on.
There's a bunch of monkey motion that goes inside here. I got to find it all and put it in and adjust it to the right length. So
oh, that goes on the outside of this?
Goes in here. Some of it goes up and out. Some goes that way, and it all rides on. See, if you look, when the weights swing out, when this spins, centrifugal force spins the weights out. It slides this out. This has a cover on the front of it, and on that cover there's a piece that goes in that pushes and it makes it work. So you have to adjust all the length on that stuff, because what can happen is it can run away with itself. If the governor's stuck, you remember on that video of the F30 where it was, what? That's essentially, carburetor was stuck, but the same thing will happen if the governor's stuck. So we have to be really careful when I go to putting that on. And that's going to be the hardest part for me on this whole thing, is getting that governor, all the pieces found and all parts adjusted the right lengths everywhere, and everything put together right.